A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hi everyone, welcome to the show. I'm Tiffany. And we've been learning a lot of cool facts about the moon and then like about the planets, maybe like how far the moon is and some things about outer space. But I have a question for you. I think we kind of answered it a little bit. But the question is, would you want to travel to the moon? Why or why not?
Definitely, if I ever had the chance. You know, it seems like it's so Instagrammable.
Can you imagine live IG live? On the moon. That'd be so cool.
So cool.
That is definitely the future.
Do you think it's possible?
Maybe in 50 years. I don't know. Depends on how technology is. So we're waiting for you guys, you smarties, to help make our travel to the moon possible. Yes, we need some really, really smart people
longer for you.
to invent something. But yeah, I think it would be cool to travel to the moon. I actually would love to travel to other planets too, if possible. I have my Star Wars dreams about like traveling on a spaceship. But yes, I'm waiting for you guys to be very, very smart enough to invent a machine to take us space traveling. So yeah, but we do have more fun facts to learn about the moon in today's article. So shall we take a look?
Yeah, let's do it.
Fun moon facts with Evelyn and Ethan. Warm-up question. Would you want to travel to the moon? Why or why not?
Here's another fun fact about the moon. Answer this question. Question. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin first walked on the moon in 1969. We can still see their footprints today. Why is this? A. The moon's cold temperature has frozen the footprints. B. The moon has no atmosphere. The answer is B. The moon has no wind or rain because there's no atmosphere. So, there's nothing to blow or wash away the footprints. They can last for millions of years.
All right, so let's take a look at today's article. It says, here's another fun fact about the moon. Answer this question.
Okay, fun fact 就是英文讲的趣闻，所以今天呢 we're gonna learn more about the moon， 会学习有关更多月亮可以知道的好玩的事情哦。
Okay, so the question is, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin first walked on the moon in 1969. We can still see their footprints today. Why is this? Okay, so that's the question, but I know there might be some words that you guys are like, huh? What does it mean? Okay, first of all, footprint is basically the prints our feet or shoes leave behind. So if you're walking on a beach, you will leave the prints of your feet on the sand until the waves wash away. So those are your footprints, okay? So we're talking about Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. They were both astronauts who were the first astronauts to land on the moon, but their footprints are still there.
OK， 所以这个 Neil 跟 Buzz 他们两个是在1969年首次登上月球，而他们的脚印还在哦。But it was so long before we were born.
Yeah, this is like when my mom was really young. But
对，很脚印还在。
Yeah. Okay, why is this? Let's take a look at some of the choices we have. We have A, the moon's cold temperature has frozen the footprints. Okay, maybe because it's really cold, they're saying. Or is it B, the moon has no atmosphere? Okay, so let me just explain real quickly. Frozen just means it's just as cold as ice and it's stuck that way. Like It's so cold that the footprints are stuck there forever. There's no heat to remove it, okay? Or is it because of B, the atmosphere, the problem of the atmosphere? And the atmosphere is basically what our air or sky is made out of. And yeah, like as you know on Earth, our air or the sky is made up of different types of gases. Like we have oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, okay? That's our atmosphere. Humans are used to the air here, but if we go to outer space, like we will die because that atmosphere is completely different. Okay, so yeah, what do you think is the answer?
I would guess B, maybe. I think it's more possible that it's B.
Okay.
But kind of A doesn't really make... do you think it makes it? Kind of makes sense too.
I think A can make sense too because I know in outer space it's just super cold,
Yeah.
right? So maybe it's so cold that you know, there's no heat to remove it. Yeah, so I'm going to guess A, and you're going to guess B, right?
Okay.
Well, what are you guys going to guess? Because I'm going to reveal the answer soon. Okay. The answer is B.
Oh, it's B.
Congratulations, you're
Yay.
right. Okay. Why is that? The article says, the moon has no wind or rain because there's no atmosphere. Okay. That makes a lot more sense now. Because if we go back to the idea of an atmosphere, the atmosphere is like a protective bubble around the planet. So you can imagine like we're protected by an invisible bubble. The Earth is very special because we have the atmosphere to protect us from outside things, from outer space. So yeah, that's why we also have to really take good care of the Earth and try to stop global warming because all the bad gases and heat can destroy the atmosphere, and that means a lot of dangerous things can come into to the Earth as well.
Right， 所以 atmosphere 就是大气层，但平常说大气层意思也可以指说the vibe like of a place.
Oh yeah,
就是一个
true.
气氛的感觉也可以。
Yeah, so if you're like at a restaurant or you know you're going to a cafe, you can also say, oh, the atmosphere here is really nice, meaning that oh, the vibes here are great. Now people use vibes, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to your article, it says, so there's nothing to blow or wash away the footprints. They can last for millions of years. It makes sense because I've never heard of it raining on the moon, right? Okay, so it's because of the atmosphere.
Wow， 所以我们的其实地球真的是我们会这么可以在这边生活，是因为有大气层的保护。那也是因为这样子，月亮上面它的脚印才能保存良好的意思。
That's super cool.
Now, imagine the moon's silence. No atmosphere means no sound. Sound waves can't travel without air. So, astronauts need radios to talk to each other in this quiet place.
Okay, so we learned that because there's no atmosphere, all the footprints will just be left behind. And then now Evelyn, she's thinking about like dressing up as a detective and saying, okay, your footprints will be left behind. Don't do anything bad. So I guess it's a good place for thieves, right?
Yeah.
Well, not a very good place for thieves because then we will find out who did it.
True.
Okay, next, let's go back to the article. It says, now, imagine the moon's silence. No atmosphere means no sound. I know this. I know that in outer space, you can't hear anything. It's so weird, right?
So, like, if I visit the moon someday, one day, and if I try to write a song there, am I gonna be the only one that can hear myself?
I think so. I think we'll see you like.
But you can't really hear me.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, that's so cool.
I think for us, we'll just see your lips moving. Like, huh? What did you say? And we have to become very good lip readers.
Oh
like,
my gosh! Yes.
What are you saying? But yeah, it's super cool because you have no atmosphere. You basically have no air, nothing for sound to travel through. So that's why you don't hear anything. I don't know. Do you enjoy staying in a place or a room that is completely silent though?
No, I think it's kind of embarrassing. It makes me feel like I'm embarrassed. I don't know.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, kind of it's awkward.
Okay. I mean, sometimes I do enjoy silence because maybe in our daily lives, we have so much to do. Like you're busy doing this, busy talking, you're busy listening to music, busy watching TV. And sometimes in the morning, I just don't hear anything or don't want to turn anything on. And it's like silent at the house. All I hear are like nature sounds and birds.
True.
And I think it's actually quite calming.
But what if it's just you with another person in the silent room, not just being alone? That's kind of awkward.
That is awkward. For me, my personality would be like, I can't help it. I will try to say something, hi, break the silence. Yes, that is kind of, if you put it that way, yes, it's awkward. But if it's by myself, I don't mind silence.
Me too. I'm the same.
Okay, anyways, but let's go back to the article and let's learn a little bit more about sound. Okay, here the article says sound waves can't travel without air. So astronauts need radios to talk to each other in this quiet place. Okay, so yes, like I mentioned, you know, in science class, space is actually silent because you don't have any atmosphere, you don't have anything. So sound waves can travel through anything. So if you do want to sing and like write a song for us, I think we all have to wear the helmets and listen to the radio and hear you sing. That way we can hear you sing in space.
So cool.
Yeah, we're like, cool. Oh my God, you can have a concert in space.
That would
Right?
be amazing.
I thought of a new idea for you. So please, someone invent something so
I
we
can
can
have
get her
an
to have
audience
a
in outer space.
concert
I would be
in
the
space.
first one.
That would be so cool.
Yes. 所以声波呢，在这个外太空，因为声波它只要没有空气就没有办法传达，所以太空人在这个外太空，它是需要无线电才可以在这个很安静的地方互相通话。
All right, would you ever want to become an astronaut though?
Yeah,
Definitely.
If I were smart enough.
I know. It's definitely very, very hard to become an astronaut.
Yeah.
I think I want to be one, but I know that I lack all the IQ for that. It is, you have to be very, 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 very smart and very good at math, I think, which I fail.
Which I suck, yes. Me too, yes.
Okay, but you know, if we do travel to the moon, what do you think is the most difficult part of being on the moon?
Probably like being in... Okay, I'm actually kind of afraid of the dark.
Yes.
So it's probably so silent and it's so dark. So I kind of feel like I will feel so lonely and alone at the same time.
Yeah.
That's the thing I'm
That
scared
is kind of scary, I think, to be like in outer space and to be like, oh my gosh, it's
like,
huge.
Yeah.
Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yeah.
And it's also really dark. I think that definitely is very scary. What if you get sucked in by a black hole?
I know, right?
I think I would be scared of things like that. So I would love to travel in space, but I would love to do it safely.
Or maybe we can go together so we don't feel lonely.
Yeah, and we can just be like, okay, I see you. Help me. All right. That is, it is the end of the article, but we still have a lot of words to learn, right? So I think it's now your solo time.
Oh yeah, we have 4 words to look at. 我们赶快来看一下吧。Temperature 就是温度的意思。那我们比如说测量温度，就可以用 measure 这个动词。比如说 The nurse measured the patient's temperature with the thermometer， 就是用这个温度计去测量病人的体温。那如果是高温，就是 high temperature， 低温就是 low temperature。比如说 The temperature drops quickly at night in the desert。沙漠的气温在夜晚就会下降的比较快。那我们刚刚看到一个，第二个单词是 imagine 这个字 ，imagine 就是想象、设想一个画面，所以 you can imagine like a scenario。比如说 try to imagine living in a world without electricity， 想象一下住在一个没有电力的世界，应该会很麻烦。那所以这个字是 imagine， 它是动词嘛，它的名词就是 imagination， 也就是想象力的意思，或难以想象的，英文就是 unimaginable， 也有时候我们会使用到。那我们看另外一个句子哦 I closed my eyes and imagined I was flying in the sky。 我闭上双眼，想象我正翱翔天际。那我们刚刚看到另外一个字，就是这个月亮上面其实是很寂静的，英文的寂静、宁静就是 silence， 这边是名词。比如说 The room was filled with silence after the shocking news。 大家听到这个很惊人的消息，整个房间充满了寂静哦。那么或者是沉默的状态，就当下 a moment of silence， 或当动词也可以，就是让大家变得很安静。比如说 The teacher silenced the class with a stern look。 那我们看另外一个句子 There was complete silence in the room. Nobody said a word。 这个房间里面鸦雀无声，没有任何人在说话。那最后呢，我们的字 radio， 因为这个声波需要靠这一个空气传播，但因为外太空没有空气嘛，所以我们需要使用无线电通讯设备，也就是 radio 来讲话。 所以比如说听广播，英文就是 listen to the radio。比如说 they listen to the news on the radio every morning。所以无线电波的英文我们就可以说 radio waves。那当然当动词也可以，当动词就是用无线电通讯的意思。The pilot radioed for help during the emergency. Okay, let's take a look at another sentence using radio as a noun. When phones don't work on ships, sailors use radios to stay in touch. 在船上呢，因为手机不能用，所以水手们就会用无线电来保持彼此的沟通。Okay, 所以是今天所有的单字。Don't forget to review all of the words, but right now we will play a very quick game to help you guys review. Let's get into it.
Review time.
All right, now it is our review time. And today, do you want to play charades?
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah. I'll do it. 戏精来了. I could do it. I like to act. Okay, all right. So you remember the words, right? I'm going to try to act one and you guys try to guess it.
Okay, so do you want to review the 4 words for them?
We can quickly go over them.
Okay.
We have temperature.
Okay.
Yeah. We have imagine.
Okay.
Silence. And radio. Okay. All right. Are you guys ready?
I am ready.
Okay.
Shut up. Silence.
Yes. This one's super easy, right?
Shh.
Silence. Silence. Your teacher will tell you, right? In the library, be silent. Silence.
Silence.
Okay. All right. Next one.
Oh, are you okay? You have a fever. So you are running a temperature.
Yes.
So it's temperature.
Yes. Okay. When you have a fever, you need
fever.
to check your temperature, right? Okay. But I think that's all the time that we have for these 2 words. But anyways, you guys can try playing this as well. If you love to act like me, you can try to try the other ones. Like, I think I know what to do for
Imagine.
Yeah,
But
and
for
then
radio,
radio.
it's kind of hard. Oh my God, that's good. That's a good one.
maybe like that. But anyway, so you guys can try playing along as well. And we hope you enjoy the article.
所以大家喜欢今天的内容吗？记得按赞、订阅、开启小铃铛，我们的 YouTube 频道就不会错过任何精彩的内容。
Yes, and you can always see us anytime, right? All right, that's the end of today's article. We hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Bye.